and it is always a privilege to have the legend from the lower southwest, Nigel Reeves, join us. Welcome, Weaver.
Yeah, good afternoon, Croney.
I must tell everyone, that is your nickname. They go, why do you introduce Nigel and call him Weaver? But that is it. And, of course, our producer to the stars, Charlie. Welcome, Charlie.
Yes, good afternoon. Great to be here.
And Jared O'Brien on the camera this afternoon. So he's got a nice steady hand out there. Let's have a look at the conditions report. Thanks to Garage Doors Southwest. Garage Doors, your B&D Garage Doors dealer. Well, I can tell you it is bright sunshine here at the Collie Oval. A little bit of chill in the air. We're going to open the door because it's a bit hot in the commentary box here. Don't keep it long. But Weaver, the ground looks pretty good.
Well, I think if we open the door during the commentary, there might be a little bit of commotion inside the commentary box, and we might be outside with Jared. But no, conditions perfect. I mean, beginning of August, you don't normally see conditions like this. But yeah, no, I walked across the oval today, and it's absolutely in pristine condition. Should be set for a good game of footy.
Thanks to all the crew up at the Hollow Beach Bar. Richie and all the crew. I was there last night, Weaver, and it was beautiful feed, magnificent view. Both sides are out onto the ground and just getting in position, so we're not very far away from a start. A couple of key matchups for Southern Lock and Security. Secure your home and business with Southern Lock and Security. Well, it'll be interesting ruck duel today, and who goes to Simon Moore?
Yeah, well, I'm not sure about that, but I mean, Klepe and I think it's Rinda in the ruck for Collie, so they'll be up against Barron. He's going to do the majority of the ruck work, so it's all going to be full on in the middle of the ground. But yeah, Simon Moore, I mean, he's an outstanding player, just knows where to go to get the footy, so might be one of those cases, Croney, where he shakes hand with his opponent, then they go their separate ways. But I don't think you can do that today. Both teams obviously a bit starved of success this year, but sometimes that sets up for a really good game of footy. But
yeah, as you said, both sides really want to put this 4 points in the bank. Thanks to Go West Tours, Charters Tours and Rentals through WA, both our coaches, Ash Stewart from Collie and Chase Creedy from Dunsborough. We're down and spoke to both those coaches. Both those coaches, as you said, Weaver, really want to put a win on the bags today. Thanks to Tyre Power. Get your power. We're not very far away from a start in this game. And Charlie will be keeping us up to date with Around the Grounds this afternoon. Thanks to Geograph Civil. Are seeking skilled drainers, pipe layers and drainer supervisors. So Charlie will be all over that this afternoon. That was the Tyre Power pre-game show. Get the power. We're looking at the umpires for today's game. Weaver, and Lucas Billett and Talon Guthrie in the middle. Daniel Gilly and Jake Greengrass and Jared Armstrong on the boundary. And Phil Eyre and Savani Smith are in the goal. So good luck to all them as we are ready to go. So not much on the line position-wise for finals, Weaver, but a lot of pride in stake from both these clubs.
Oh, absolutely. And Collie give themselves every chance, just as much as Dunsborough. Collie ran Margaret River for 3 quarters last week and looked ever to get the win, but fell a little bit short in the last quarter. But Dunsborough, yeah, they'll be looking for a win as well. So both sides be counting on 4 points. So I reckon it's set up for a pretty good game of footy, even though these two teams won't feature in the finals. No,
we called this the first time they played this season, and Collie, well, they found some really good form that day and absolutely blitzed Dunsborough. So Dunsborough looking to get off to a reasonable start here as the umpire holds the ball aloft. This is SEN Spirit and Nigel Reeves.
So it'll be Rinda up against Barron. Rinda holds his ground, wins it down, goes to Kirk, has a bounce straight out of the middle of the ground, gets the handball over to Bignell. He gets to 50, pushed as he kicked the ball, lands short into the arms of the defence of Dunsborough. Come towards the commentary box. They were looking there for Green.
Good young player, Green, isn't he? He's developed nicely for Dunsborough.
So Green goes short, not his best kick. Ball spills out of bounds.
As soon as you say that, Weaver.
Yeah, he's let you down.
And magnificent shark spotters, the binoculars, Weaver, yeah, under control.
So it's Carter, had a terrific carnival, drives the ball in towards the forward line, but the spoil comes there. Through the Sharks' defence of Chapman, spills out of bounds. Ball to be thrown in 40 metres out from Collie's goal.
Thanks to MGIB, like a good neighbour. MGIB is there, magnificent supporters of the Southwest Football League.
I've never seen a centre clearance with a bounce straight up, Croney. Not sure if you had. You've watched a lot more footy than me. Ruckman go at it. Rinda gets front position, knocks it over the back. Dangerous position, top of the square. Handball comes out under pressure. Ball spills towards Michael. Right at the goal line, umpire will throw the ball up.
Yeah, it shows a fair bit of confidence, doesn't it?
Well, it sure does. Good set of wheels by Kirk. Right on the goal line. Rinder gets it. Takes it clean out of the air.
The big fella.
A big Paulie Rinder. Well, that's his range. 2 metres out. Just throws it onto his left boot. And that's a long drop from hand to foot for Rinder. No one touched it. He gets the opening score of the match, Paul Rinder.
That was just pure power, wasn't it, the big fella? The ball went up right on the right on the goal line, and big Rinder just made his presence felt and threw a big leg at it. And as you said, Weaver, once that got hold of it, straight through the middle. And Collie, early play, haven't they, Collie? They took it out of the middle, as you said, Weaver. Kirk had a bounce which showed the confidence that has been played in there forward 50.
Well, it sets up nicely for Rinder. He's a big man, plenty of weight on him as well, big frame, and got his body in the right position and made no mistake right at the goal line.
He'll love you saying that, Weaver.
Well, I'm not a betting man, but he would have been paying a fair price to get the opening goal of the match. So, ball back in the middle. Rinder now back in the ruck. Just holds his ground, wins it down. Ball's still in dispute. And they come. Handball out, breaks a couple of tackles, handball to Moore. Terrific play inside 50, first time for Dunsborough. High up and under. Ball spills over the back of the pack. Shot on goal from McGee. He's missed everything, out of bounds. Free kick will go the way of Stewart for Collie.
But a nice centre clearance by Dunsborough. That's going to be a key, isn't it, Weaver? We talk about key matchups, those clearances.
So no one stands the mark. Stewart runs his full measure, gets it well outside 50, looking there for Mears, drops a mark he probably should have taken, spills out the back towards Diglia. Too much time. Free kick goes away of Collie. Handball comes out there to Stewart, drives the ball along the boundary line. Errant kick, and Chapman takes the mark. So loose kicking there. Chapman, dangerous kick, middle of the ground, hasn't got a piece of it. Ball spills over the back. As Palatti got his hand on the ball, still in the centre of the ground. They have the numbers here, the Sharks. The handball from Fimino goes wide. They come in the middle of the ground, and they find Dean. Player wide. So just maintaining possession, just settling now. Coming board, Fimino.
Good to see him back after a bit of a break, isn't it, Fimino? A class player.
So top of the square, Stevens playing forward. Couldn't take the mark. Spills back out towards the goal square. Under pressure, it's going to spill out here. Still in dispute. Ball trying to be socket off the ground. It's in Rinder territory. Will they push it through? They do now. Taken over the line by Stewart. Plays on straight away. Runs past, receives a handball. Gets it outside 50. It's around the player. Puts the ball long. Been hit as he kicked the footy. Free kick will go the way of the home side.
Keep an eye on those interchange benches thanks to Buckingham and the Butchers this afternoon. Charlie?
It'll go to Reuben. Well, no one stands the mark once again. Has a player out wide and Stewart getting his hands on the ball early. Player short, goes longer. Looking there for Mears, carries him. Ball rushed over the boundary line by Russo. Ball to be thrown in, inside 50. 1-0 6 points the margin. Opening goal of the match, only goal of the match to Rinder. Now he's in the ruck, up against Barron. This time Rinder uses his right hand, punches it forward. They have the numbers. Handball comes towards Giglia. Had a handball, decides not to. Now he puts it into open space. Numbers back for Collie is Holmes. Has time to assess the situation. Puts it up towards Davidson. Davidson takes the mark.
Holmes is very good at that for Collie too. He sweeps around the back. It's been a very good pickup for the Collie Eagles.
So Cam Davidson, 100th game today. Congratulations to him. He'll go back from 45 metres out. 45-degree angle. This to get the second on board for the home side.
As you said, Weaver, 100 games of footy, and most of them very good too. He's a class player.
So in last name synonymous with the Collie Football Society. In he comes now, Davidson. Deliberate shot on goal. It's on its way. Does it hold its line? No, it doesn't. Goes across the face of goal, through for a minor score.
So looking for a best defender too, thanks to Western All Pest Services. And SKG, get your scans at SKG for your support.
Russo goes short, finds more handballs off towards Bridgeland. Handball back, so working the far side of the ground. Good looking kick, looks for Stevens, doesn't get to him. In front of him was Green, drops the mark. Now they're out again, the home side, inside 50. They'll look up for Davidson. He's found some space off the back of the pack. 45 out, puts it to the top of the square. Numbers there, mark not taken. It spills down. Chitty's there. So working around, nearly snapping on goal. Probably spent it before he had it. That was Morton. Still under pressure, deep in defence. Russo getting his hand on the ball. Kick smothered by Davidson.
There you go, Weaver. Explain that. Russo got the kick in. Davidson smothered it. It only went a couple of metres, and Davidson went whack and straight back over your head and straight back in for Collie's second.
So the skipper, the 100-gamer, he gets the second goal of the match.
Do we put a WA Carpet Supermarket goal of the day tick against that one, Charlie?
I reckon I would. That was a good goal.
So quick hands from Davidson. So both their goals have come from the goal line.
Gee, it was a quick reaction there, wasn't it? Would have knocked most players over, Weaver, but he actually took it, had the poise enough just to turn around and put it through. We're looking for a best on ground too, thanks to Bunbury and Busselton Battery World. Free battery fitting.
So 2 goals, 1, 13 points the margin. Dunsborough yet to score. Only been inside 50 a couple of times opening stages of this first quarter. Rinder back in the middle of the ground, up against Barron. Up he goes now. Rinder wins it down, wins it forward, goes past Moore. They have the numbers out wide, the Sharks. Now they're under pressure. A good tackle there from Pilati. He wins the free kick, centre wing.
Another player who's been very good for the Collie Eagles.
Pilati drives the ball long, high up and under, asking a lot of Mears. It spills out the back towards Chitty. Shot on goal, right on the goal line. Touched over. Terrific defence from Lane, from Dunsborough. Just about to sail through.
She did it pretty well, wasn't it? All the build-up was there. He just didn't quite get enough on it.
So they're under pressure, and it's starting in the middle of the ground. Rinder's giving him first use of the footy in the centre. A couple of let-offs here for Dunsborough. The Russo brings the ball back in, runs out of the goal square, long, high, up and under. Surely that was an attempt that was not quite there. Started that in the fourth quarter of the Rezzies and got there the first quarter of the league.
Not quite realistic, Weaver, you reckon?
Not quite realistic. Like one of our hangers. Rinder up against Barron. Rinder wins it down. Spills out the back. Chapman's there. Knocks the ball out. The handball goes to Miller. Through the middle of the ground. They are under pressure.
That's a terrific tackle, though. Thanks to Bunbury, the mower service. That's a beauty.
Michael
stop the run of play.
Puts it to the middle of the ground. Good mark. They hit the ground running. They're off. It's up at the top of the goal square. Michael doesn't make it. Davidson's there. Defensive Dunsborough gets past. Another bounce. Not sure who the kick was to. Socket in midair by Stewart. They drive it forward once again. They're under enormous pressure. Now they have the numbers, the home side. Trying to win the ball out. Drag the ball under was Searle. Umpire said, give it to me. Ball to be thrown up right on 50. All the scoring the way of the home side early. 13 points the margin. Comes down to Moore. Cleverly absorbs the tackle by Morton. Umpire will come in and do it all over again. Still on forward 50 for the home side. Rinder knocks it forward. Moore trying to get back. He's met by Kirk. Ball still in his feet. Top of the square. Shot on goal. Goes across the face and out of bounds. Ball to be thrown in 15 metres out from Collie's goal.
Ball spending a lot of time in that Collie forward line, Weaver, isn't it? Dunsborough finding it very hard to break their pack. They just make that mistake at the wrong time, do the Sharks.
Ball's thrown in. They go. Barron wins it down. In front of the square. Russo. Clever kick. Marks dropped by Fimino. Now they're under pressure once again. Stevens is there. Lets his teammate come through. It's kicked forward by Reuben. Spills over the back. They're under enormous pressure. Now they're out. They've got an out here. Sells a little bit of candy. Gets onto his left boot. Awkwardly. Hits Stewart. Has a player short. Misses the target. It's a calamity of errors down in the forward line for Collie. And that kick just sums it up as well. Big fella Rinda doing the crumbing. Gets the ball forward. They have the numbers. Handball comes out to Russo. Been terrific in this first quarter. Dangerous kick. Good looking kick. Mark dropped by McGee. Now they're under pressure. Pilates there. Puts it to the top of the square. Has a player all on his own.
Very, very clever, that Weaver. That's when you get a bit of game awareness. Caught the player out the corner of his eyes.
So this is Mears. Uncontested mark. 30 metres out. He'll go back. Directly in front. And this for the opening 3 goals of the match. Mears, shot on its way. Deliberate shot. Good shot at goal from Mears. He gets his name on the scoreboard. 3 goals, 220, and that's the margin. Collie and Dunsborough yet to score.
It was a beautiful spot up, wasn't it? But how did Mears find that much space right in front of goal? He was only about, as you said, 20 or 30 metres out. Absolute paddock. Beautiful spot up. I tell you, Dunsborough need to find something. They're getting their system right, but it's falling down just at the last minute with just a pure skill error.
And they started Stevens down at full forward, but Coach Creedy's seen enough. They've put him into the middle now. See if they can get some drive. We're looking for a rising star
through the skill hire. So keep an eye on that one, Charlie.
So Rinda up against Barron. Rinda wins it backwards. Handball in the direction of Moore, but they shark it once again. They go forward. Collie right to the top of the square. Big spoil comes down. Davidson couldn't reel this one in. Michael's there. Ball still in dispute. Big tackle from Davison. Their tackling pressure has been superb.
Well, I think Ash Stewart, the Collie coach, will be wrapped with the amount of pressure that the Collie forwards are putting on.
Rinda up against Barron. Wins it down.
Well,
now they're out. More under pressure. High up and under. Big contest. Ball spills to ground. Firmino, that could have been a throw. Umpire lets the play go on. It spills out towards Muncie. Puts it to the top of the square. Mears flew a little bit too early. Now it comes out to Stevens. First kick of the game for him. He finds Moore just outside defensive 50. Moore comes in board. Finds Russo. Cuts through the middle of the ground. That's a better looking kick. And he finds Green right in the centre of the ground. Has players running past. Gets around the man on the mark. Runs his full measure. Gives a handball to Russo. They'll go deep inside 50. It'll carry over the back of the pack. Through for a minor score. Should have done better there, Russo. In two minds whether to have a shot on goal or pass it. In the end, it carried the full forward.
10 minutes left on the Hollow Beach Bar clock.
In Hughes and through for a minor score. So ball to be brought back into play. How do they set up? They'll come towards the commentary box. Kick goes short. Finds Miller. Miller plays on. Another player short. And that's Kent. So kick, chip, run. Away they go. Now they're out through the middle again through Kirk. He's been good. As soon as I said that, he's got Stevens to company, but Stevens has given away the free kick. And Kirk receives a free kick, goes high, looking for Michael. Michael works his player underneath the ball when Matt Michael takes the mark.
Plenty of experience there, wasn't? Of course, Michael, a superstar. Young Kirk is a pretty handy player. He'll be heading up for our skill high rising star. Only a young player, but a lot of confidence.
So Matt Michael, 20 metres out, directly in front. Should be no problem. No problem at all. So the opening 4 goals of the match go the way of the home side. They're 4 goals to 26. Dunsborough 1 behind.
Yeah, the worrying sign is for Dunsborough. They've had a couple of little runs or snippets into their forward line. Haven't made the most of it, but the majority has been Collie. And Collie, like they did last time they played them, seem to grow a little bit of confidence. They're starting to find space. That was well done by Kirk. He shows a fair bit of poise. And, of course, Matt Michael, we all know the player Matt Michael is. He was never going to miss that. But Collie off to an absolute beauty here, and Dunsborough need to find a bit of work around these stoppages.
Well, they're getting that ball in deep too, Collie. All their goals have come from, pretty much 25 metres out directly in front, 2 from the goal square. So up they go again. Barron this time wins it down. Direction of Stevens. Comes back towards the big fella Rinda. Soccers it off the ground, but out the back of the pack was Candy. Drives it out wide, looking there for Green. Has a little bit of space, has time to settle. Kick comes in, misses his target, spills over the back towards Jenkin. Ball's still in play. Handball just into open space. Stevens is there. Wrapped up now. How's the umpire see this? Play on. Shot on goal. Minor score. Shot on goal from Firmino.
Looking for our CPO Outdoor Centre mark of the day, Weaver.
Ball's brought back into play. They go short. Find Carter. Carter, not his best kick, puts his teammate Palatti under pressure. Second effort, Palatti picks the ball up. Goes long, but playing in front was Hughes. Plays on straight away. Drives the ball long. Carries the intended target. They drive it out of the back line looking for Davison. Gets his player under the ball illegally. And Hughes will take the free kick right in the middle of the Collie football oval. Not his best kick. It's going to bounce into open territory. It spills out the back towards Klepe. His kick is smothered. Now he's put his teammate under pressure. Ball spills over the boundary line. Ball to be thrown in. 50 metres out from Dunsborough's goal. Yet to score a goal in this opening quarter.
7 minutes left on the Hollow Beach Bar clock, and Dunsborough just need one just to settle the ship a little bit.
Well, they're in a good position here. 24 points the margin. Ball's thrown in. Rinder rucked all quarter so far. Spills out towards Stevens. Firmino sitting out the back of the pack. Couldn't get the ball. Now they're out once again. They go wide looking for the skipper and the 100-gamer in Davidson. Tries to sell a little bit of candy. Handballs to himself. If it stays in play, they're away. Cleverly soccers it off the ground. Gets it towards Muncie. He'll drive the ball long. Looking for Michaels. Worked his player under the ball and taken the mark. Matt Michael, well done, Davidson, the skipper, far side of the ground. Yeah, cleverly.
The kicker in too just went to Michael's advantage there, but Michael worked, as you said, Weaver, worked his player under the field and then just pushed back and took a pretty handy grab. But when it gets in quick like that and a one-on-one, Matt Michael is going to be dangerous.
And they're doing that right from the back line, aren't they, Craney? Playing an advantage just to get a one-on-one isolation. And Matt Michael coming in for his second goal. 35 metres out, tight angle, shots on its way. Good kick, Matt Michael. Opening 5 goals of the game go away to the home side. They're 5 goals to 32 on the Southwest Isuzu scoreboard. And Dunsborough yet to score, just 2 behinds. 30 points the margin.
Yeah, we spoke about the need for Dunsborough to get away to a quick start, but Collie have turned the tables on that. It's very reminiscent of the first time they played. Collie have been able to find space, and as you said, Weaver, if you get it in quick up into that forward line to turn it into a one-on-one, it makes it very hard on the young Dunsborough defender.
Just a quick around the grounds. Thanks to Geograph Civil, it is AMR 4-2-26. Lead Harvey Bulls 1 behind.
So the ball back in the middle of the ground. Rinder, he goes, gets up high, does too, the big fella. Gets it out, player out wide is Holman. Under pressure, high up and under. Bignell's there, receives the free kick. Inside 50 they go once again. Looks for Michael. Not his best kick. Bounces up nicely for Michael. He's set upon straight away. They have the numbers. Umpire's seen a free kick. It'll go the way of Dunsborough. Playing advantage, far side of the ground. That's Wiseman. So it's got a player wide, which is Green, centre wing. They come in board. This is better.
Kick.
Giglia been involved, goes long, not his best kick in the big frame of Klepe, puts his hands up, takes the mark in front of Barron. So they've had a couple of opportunities. He goes short, finds Carter. Carter has a bounce, can have another one. No one goes to him. He's had 2, gets to the defensive 50, goes wide, good kick, finds Stewart. Had a good quarter, Stewart. Takes the mark in front of McGee. Stewart being called to play on, high up and under, right in front of the commentary box. Uncontested, marks dropped by Chapman. Rushed over the boundary line by Justice with a little bit of help from Bridgham.
So far it's been a peak performance for Solar Heart Southwest by the Collie Eagles. 5-goal first quarter.
So Rinder, he's up against Wiseman. Throw in favours Rinder, takes clean possession. Handballs out into open space. In comes Muncie, cleverly taps it towards Justice. Ball inside 50 once again. Bignell, the veteran, he'll put it to the top of the square. Michael sets himself. 1 grab, 2 grab. Has he paid the mark? No, gets a handball over. Davidson runs into an open goal. And they've got another one, the home side. Timekeeper's happy. We're all happy in here. 6 goals, 2-38. Southwest Isuzu scoreboard. Dunsborough 3 behinds, 35 points the margin.
Yeah, it's the experienced players as well as the juniors. You mentioned young Stewart here. He's had a lot of the footy. Matty Michael has become a real problem down there for Dunsborough and Davison. So Weaver's just upsetting our scorekeeper, but it's all right, our timekeeper. But when they play Dunsborough, they find another leg. 6-goal first quarter for Collie, and they're playing that footy that we expected for most of the year, Weaver.
Oh, they're absolutely on fire. I mean, Rinder's rucked all quarter, and he's just given them first use of the footy. They've ran through 3 or 4 people through the middle, and they're not losing any drive out of the centre. Rinder wins it down once again. Couldn't clear the area. Gets the handball, though, to Kirk. Kirk had Bignell running for him cleverly. Left foot, gets the handball back to Bignell. Crosses 50, top of the square. Will it carry? Does, but through for a minor score.
Gee, I tell you what, I like the look of this young Kirk. That was an absolute, if he meant that pass, and I think he did, it was an absolute beauty.
Well, it's a modern-day left foot, isn't it? The banana kick. But if they hit the target, you got to give it to him.
But he uses a bit of confidence.
He's been terrific out of the middle of the ground. Ball brought in short, goes to Moore, takes the mark under pressure from Palatti. Plays on now. That's a better kick. So just trying to work the ball far side of the ground. This is Miller. Collie have done well here. Now he's been called to play on. Goes short, finds Green, gets it back to Miller. Doesn't know what to do. Player running past him was Russo. Mucking around with it in the middle of the ground.
Tell you what, Miller's racking up the stats.
Got it back. He gets it inside 50, not his best kick. It's all about the bounce here. Klepe plays in front. It spills out towards Holman. Holman handballs the ball back towards Wiseman. Outside 50. Now it's going to go to the top of the goal square. Collie have the numbers here. It carries the pack towards Moore. It bounces past him. Now they could clear again. Is it that man Kirk? Close to the boundary line. And he's seen it over the boundary line. 2 kicks out from Dunsborough's goal. Just over a minute to go in this opening quarter.
That's on the Hollow Beach Bar clock.
The Southwest Isuzu scoreboard, 6-3 Collie, 39 to 3 behind. Dunsborough, 36 points the margin. Ball comes out the back, gets it to Moore. He'll put it to the top of the square. It favours Klepe. Got to do the spoil. Does so. Under pressure. Spills back out towards Bridgham. They're under extreme pressure down in the back line. Flea tries to get the ball out, does so. Selling a little bit of candy was Miller. Now they're out once again. So right on the half-back line, mark taken by Reuben. Dangerous kick, put his teammate under pressure. A little bit worse for wear. And they play on straight away. That was through Holmes. Open space, far side of the ground. Has a bounce. He'll go to the top of the square once again. Michael's there. Has he let it go through? He has. Another one. Just before quarter time.
Well, we said it was a fine day, Weaver, but it is raining goals here at the Collie Rec. Collie have got off to an absolute flyer. And that was nicely left by Michael as we get the siren to bring up quarter time here at Collie. And Collie, 7 goals, 3. Fantastic first quarter. They really did dominate the proceedings here in Dunsborough. Well, they've got a lot of work to do. We'll be back after the break to see what they can manage. It is quarter time here at the Collie Rec Ground, and Collie 7 goals, 3, 45. They lead Dunsborough 3 points in what was a dominant quarter by the Eagles. Charlie, just run us through the goal scorers, please.
So for Collie, Adam Justice with 1, Christian Mears with 1, Cameron Davidson with 2, Matthew Michael with 2, and Paul Rinder with a goal. And for Dunsborough, no goal scorers as of yet.
Thanks to MGIB, like a good neighbour, MGIB is there for your support. And it was all Collie in that they just moved the ball well, coming out of defence. They pushed it in forward quickly, Weaver. That allowed a one-on-one to Matty Michael. And once they get the power up with Michael and Davison down there, they're going to make it too hard for the Dunsborough defensive unit.
Well, I just like the way their forward line operates. Obviously, Davison pushes up the ground and isolates Matt Michael, but it all starts from defence. So every time Dunsborough do get it forward, their defence is just kick, handball, get it up there, isolate Matty Michael, and he's got a couple towards the end of that quarter. And apologies to Adam Justice. He got the last goal of that first quarter just to finish off a terrific quarter of footy. But they're tackling pressure
from outside
all over
50
the ground.
too, which was pretty handy.
And Odin Kirk, well, he started it off straight away, didn't he? First ruck knock from Rinder, had a bounce, and they were away, Collie, and they look really terrific so far. Switched on, and Dunsborough have no answers.
Well, he looks every bit the player, young Kirk, doesn't he? As does the two Stewart boys. They are taking all before. They look a bit maturer beyond their years.
Yeah, they do, and they've been terrific, but they haven't got any weak links so far, Collie. So,
and Big Paul Rinder in the ruck weaver is, well, he's laying down a bit of a statement.
Well, how's his opening goal as well? You know, he'd be pretty chuffed about that. I don't know him too well, hardly at all, but I reckon he'd talk about that. That's his range. 1 metre, big fella, left foot, straight through, and they're away.
Umpire holds the ball off. What can Dunsborough do? This is SEN Spirit and Nigel Reeves.
Well, up they go. Rinder wins the ruck knockdown as he did so in the first quarter, then lays a big tackle. The ball spills out towards Justice. Kicked the last goal of that opening quarter. Handball back to Pilati. They're inside 50 just. Davidson's there, puts the pressure on, wraps up his opponent in Hughes. Umpire will come in and throw the ball up right on forward 50. Second quarter's pretty much started like the first. Rinder wins the ball down. In they come, more wrapped up by Kirk.
I like the fact that Big Paul Rinder's thrown his weight around a little bit too. Purely fair, but he's making himself a presence.
He sure is. Rinder this time knocks it forward. Big hit. In they come. Moore's there trying to get himself involved. Spills out to Davidson. First shot on goal by Justice. Top of the square. Rush through. Minor score. So opening score of the second quarter goes the way of the home side. And it's a behind. 7 goals 4-3 behinds. Harvey Norman Electrical Bunbury scoreboard. They just can't get a good look at goal. They can't get it down there to have a good look at goal. That's a better looking kick through the middle of the ground. Carra's over the top. Carter will be first back. Tries to soccer it to his teammates' advantage. Does so. Handball comes back towards Carter. Mucking around in the middle of the ground. Has a player out the back. Now he has a player wide. And one of them, it's Stewart. It's not Stewart. It is Stewart. Xavier Stewart. He goes wide and finds Miller. Got all the answers so far. Mark drop far side of the ground by Pilati. Allows his opponent to come in. Spills back out. Now they come through the middle of the ground. It goes back to Stewart, courtesy of a kick from Holmes. So Xavier Stewart, right on the half-back line, has Klepe, provides an option. Now he goes wide to Noah Stewart. Ball lands short. Just mucking around with it a little bit in the middle. Finds Holmes. Goes into the corridor. Holmes finds Miller. Handball back to Stewart. Gets around. Play with ease. Now they're inside 50 once again. Looks for Davidson. Puts his left mid out. Comes back to him. How will it bounce for Davidson?
That deserved a goal, didn't it? He did that extremely well, Davidson. We thought the Dunsborough player was going to mark it. He just put a big mitt up there. Kept it under control. It was a good-looking point, though, Charlie.
Point of the day.
Best point of the day so far. High up and under. Green sets himself. The ball's pushed over the boundary line, right in front of the commentary box. Corey Holmes there helping it over the boundary line. Ball to be thrown in. Davidson's got long levers, hadn't he? He just looked out of reach.
Come out
He
of
put his
nowhere.
hand up. Sat up nicely for his 100th game, and that would have been goal of the game so far. Not to be. Ball's thrown in. Rinder up against Barron. No ruckman gets a hand on it. Spills over the back to Firmino. Firmino gets a handball back towards Miller.
That's better.
Miller goes wide and finds Holman. Now they have a little bit of space. It's all about this kick. Good kick too. Lands on the chest of Dean.
That was better. Dunsborough went with purpose, didn't they? They seen a player in space and they create a bit of space, which give the ball carrier a bit of time to find a forward. And, gee, they need this one, Weaver.
They sure do. But that was a good lead by Dean as well. Couple of steps. Shot on goal. It's going to go across the face of goal. Goes out of bounds on the full.
It was only a couple of steps, too.
And Stewart goes to Stewart. So it's a bit like yesterday's game I called with all the Edwardses, but there's only a couple of them here. Carter takes the mark. loses some ground, maintains possession, far side of the ground.
So if you didn't know who it was, you just called Edwards, did you?
Yeah, that's it. And the kick, not a good one, cut off by Simon Moore. Far side of the ground, centre wing, comes inboard. They're just under extreme pressure. Player met heavily in the middle of the ground. Kirk's there, ties the ball up. Umpire to throw the ball up.
It's just that skill level mistake by the Sharks, isn't it? You can see what they're trying to do.
Rinder gets front position. Comes to Hughes. Gives the ball back to the umpire. Ruckman go at it once again. Rinder, big hit, drives the ball forward. Spills out the back. Chapman picks it up, puts it forward. Mark taken. So another shot on goal from Dunsborough. This is Morton.
Fairly confident too, Morton. He just turned around and said,
this is Holman, Kai Holman.
Can have a bit of a crack at it. Don't leave me astray, Weaver. That's Holman, is it?
Morton's number 4 for the opposing team. But Holman, he's going to kick from right on 50. So let's see if they can get their opening score. It'll take his best. In he comes now. Few skips, gains a little bit of ground, kicks on its way. It's going to get the distance as it holds its line.
Oh,
Hits the post 2/3 of the way up. So distance, no problem. And they'll reload once again. Ball comes in, finds Kleppe. He's been good down there. Done everything that's asked of him. Goes short, dangerous kick. Mark taken by Holmes, still inside defensive 50. Bignell makes the lead. Undecided. Holmes been called to play on now. Gets around the man on the mark. McGee with ease. Goes short. The mark's dropped by Michael. Recovers well. Goes inboard. Finds Carter. Now they're going to work the opposite side of the ground. Good kick from Carter. Opens up the ground. Comes inside the corridor looking for Davidson. Davidson cleverly knocks it out towards Justice. Handball over, far side. Shot on goal. Is it Mears? Shot on goal. Through for a minor score.
Not a bad bit of Gen X engineering teamwork from a woe to go, resulting in a shot for goal. Probably made it a bit harder for themselves than needed to be, running into that pocket.
So they got it in the corridor at half forward. Then they went out wide. So they got all their goals pretty much in the first quarter, directly in front. Ball's brought back into play. Ward misses the mark, carries him. Lasso free kick. No, touched off hand. Ball to be thrown in 70 metres out from Collie's goal.
The Buckingham, the Butchers interchange bench getting a bit of a workout here as Firmino comes back on the ground. Great to see him back. Adds a lot of experience to the Dunsborough Sharks.
Morton up against Rinder. Rinder takes clean possession. High up and under. Davidson's there. He's likely to mark this. Had a couple of grabs at it. Spills back towards him. Hughes is there. Under pressure. In comes Mears. Lays a big tackle.
Oh, big Paul Rinder's having a bit of a day, isn't he?
He's really asserted himself on this game. Gets his team out, player out of the way. Shot on goal. Not his best kick. It's hard to tell what is his best kick from Rinder, but the ball's rushed over the goal line by Chapman. And another behind.
Thanks
Russo to bring it back in.
SKG for your support. Get your scans done today.
This time Russo finds Ward. Plays on. Crosses 50. Goes wide. Looks for Stevens. Finds him right in front of the commentary box. Not his best kick, as we heard. Finds Carter. Even I heard that. Timekeeper heard it. We're all having a cackle. It wasn't complimentary. Ball's close to the boundary line. Carter sees it over in front of Foster. Ball to be thrown in. Still 2 kicks out from Dunsborough's goal. They're yet to score a goal in this game. 7-7-49, Harvey Normal Electrical Bunbury scoreboard. Dunsborough just the 4 behinds. 16 minutes to go in this second quarter. Rinder wins it down once again. In they come. More wrapped up, this time by Morton Croney.
You got him.
Barron gets in front, wins it down. Kirk's there, been terrific so far. Sits up nicely for him, puts it towards Davidson, but pushing back was Hughes and takes the chest mark.
At least Dunsborough stopped the flow just a little bit.
Goes to Russo, trying to use the corridor, but it spills out the back. Palatti, been good. Coming wide, they find Muncie on the wing. He's an unassuming player, but he gets a lot of the ball. Jack Muncie Gets on the wing, high up and under. Davidson will fly, gets front position. Could have been sport by his own teammate there. It spills out towards Candy. Tries to sell a little bit of Candy. Pushed off his kick. Spills to Michael. Michael just dribbles it onto his boot. Will it stay in play? Muncie keeps it in play. This lasso rule has got him bamboozled. Comes to Stevens through the middle of the ground. Now they got some numbers. A good kick. Finds Bridgham. Dash Bridgham. Goes wide. This kick that's let him down. But this time, that's a beautiful kick. And it lands on the chest of Green.
Gee, that was good, wasn't it? Just had enough to carry a couple of the Collie Eagles defenders to land in Jake Green's hands.
It looked like Talon Michael might have got a hand on that, but you're right, Croney. Just had enough. Green, right behind this one. 45 metres out, 45-degree angle. The kick's on its way. It's holding its line. It's got the distance, and they're on the scoreboard. So Dunsborough get their opening goal of the match. 15 minutes to go in this second quarter. They're 1-4-10, 7-7-49. Harvey Norman Electrical scoreboard. Margin 39 points.
That is on the Hollow Beach Bar clock, you were saying, Weaver. But we were just saying that when Dunsborough were just trying to halt the flow. They've had a couple of forays into their forward line. The thing that was letting them down was the skill level. Well, that was plenty of skill. Just had enough on the kick to get it over the Collie Eagles defenders and land it with Jake Green, and he finished it off nicely. And will that be the impetus to get the Dunsborough Sharks up and going, Weaver?
Well, they've had probably the 2 or 3 genuine shots on goal in their second quarter, and Collie haven't. So they're getting their decent looks at goal. They just need to finish off. Morton, this time, wins it down. It favours Giglia. Gets the handball out to Stevens. Getting his hands on the ball now. Drives it forward. Klepe in front. Pushes his opponent over the boundary line as the ball follows them. Ball to be thrown in 25 metres out from Dunsborough's goal.
Young Jiggler, he shows a bit too. He's one of our skill high rising stars. He's had a good few weeks. Been in the best for Dunsborough.
So the pressure from Collie's just dropped off a little bit. It's allowing Dunsborough to get their hands on the footy more than they did in that first quarter. Park this time up against Rinder. Rinder wins it over the back. Comes out to Stewart. Stewart gets the handball towards Justice. Comes to Stevens. They're under pressure once again. Shot on goal. Comes from Green. Should have done better there, Green. Goes through for a minor score.
Have you got the Bunbury Motor Service tackle under control, have you, Charlie?
Yes, having to keep a stern eye on the tackles out there. And quick around the grounds, thanks to Geograph Civil. It is AMR 4-4-28, leading Harvey Bulls 1 behind.
So a little bit of a delay in proceedings here as the ball's being fetched from down the back, town end.
Thanks to Solar Heart Southwest for your support, for all the sponsors' support as we wait for Collie to bring the ball back in.
So Carter, kick-in duties. Good player, Carter. Well, he's better than good. He's great. Had a terrific carnival. Goes long and strong. Spills out the back towards Stewart. Has a bounce. He has a player. If he needs to use him, he's got some wheels. Bit like Ukraine in your day. Gets the handball over to Justice. Closes on goal. Not his best kick. How will it bounce? Pushed over the goal line. Through for a minor score.
The only wheels I had was on my Sandman, Weaver.
Russo.
Thanks to Go West Tours too for your support.
Russo brings the ball in. Couple of options. One of them's Barron. Takes the mark. Either that or he's interfered with by Murphy.
Actually,
plays on now.
CPO Outdoor Centre mark of the day too, if we can conjure one up.
Moore received the handball. He looked for Stevens. It comes out towards Lane. Wrapped up there was Foster. Play, let go. Stevens picks the ball up. That's a good kick too from Stevens.
Gee, they're building the Sharks, aren't they?
Park takes the mark. He'll shoot on goal. Close on 50 metres out. Tight angle.
They need to get a bit of a reward for effort, but they're starting to grab a little bit of control of the footy. They'd like a nice WA Carpet Supermarket goal of the day here, Charlie.
Well, this is for back-to-back goals in the second quarter. So, Caden Park, he'll cross 50. Tight angle. In he comes now. Shot's on its way. It's going to go across the face of goal. Stays in play, and the mark's taken out the back by Dean.
That was pretty clever, wasn't it? Just sat down, the ball fell on his chest.
Lucas Dean Doesn't waste any time. Puts it through. Back-to-back goals for the visitors. And they're starting to make a mini comeback here.
Well, they were. First they had to do was get their hands on the footy. They ticked that box. Then they had to lift their skill level up because that's what was letting them down. They ticked that box. And now it's starting to bring back a few results. So a couple in a row. I mean, they've still got a mountain of work to do to work their way back into it. But I'm sure our Go West Tours coach, Chase Creedy, would be pretty impressed by the effort. Don't think he would have been very impressed with the effort in the first quarter, but this quarter he would be.
So just under 11 minutes to go in the second quarter. The only 2 goals of this quarter.
That's on the Hollow Beach Bar clock too.
On the Hollow Beach Bar clock. And on the Harvey Norman Electrical scoreboard, margin 33 points, 7 goals, 850, 2-5, 17. Ball's in the middle. Rinda does the ruck work once again, and they go out the courtesy of Jenkins. Drives the ball long to the top of the square.
Good grab.
Good mark by Kleppe. He's been good down there. Player short. They go in the middle of the ground. Find Carter. Takes the mark at full pace. Good kick. Finds Kirk right in the middle. Handball back to Carter. Can have a bounce. Decides not to. Goes long and strong. Looking for Michael. Michael could have been paid the mark. Had enough of it. Spills out to Mears. Handball to Michael. He'll snap on goal. Michael.
That is a contender.
Goal to Michael.
That is a WA Carper Supermarket contender for goal of the day. I thought he had done enough to take the mark. Didn't worry Matt Michael. He just peeled around the back, grabbed it and snapped it over his shoulder. And that was a great bit of Gen X engineering teamwork from the Collie Eagles. Carter through the middle was sensational. Some of that kicking superb. And finished with a goal to the Eagles. And they answer back to Dunsborough Sharks in pretty good fashion.
So end-to-end stuff. Mark from Kleppe. Then through the middle of the ground, Kirk Carter. Don't want to criticise.
That was a Solar Heart Southwest peak performance.
Peak performance. We don't want to criticise the umpires too much, but that looked like a mark to Michael, but he made no mistake. Why kick a set shot when you can kick it around corners and make no mistake anyway? Out of the middle they come once again. Jenkins being pushed into the middle, drives it out towards Green. Already a goal in this second quarter. Goes short, not his best kick. Look for Wiseman, carries him. A snap towards the goal by Dean. And Mark's been taken. Good mark.
That's a CPI Del Centre. Yes. Charlie marked that one down.
Darcy Miller. This game
is lifted, hasn't it?
It's lifted big time. Miller, that was a terrific contested mark. He'll go back 15 metres out. Slide angle for the instant response. Miller does so. A little bit of work from the umpire. But Dunsborough have their third. Michael, terrific snap, but response instantly from Dunsborough, courtesy of a terrific mark by Miller.
And thanks to MGIB, like a good neighbour, MGIB is there. Gags will be extremely happy because Collie have got goals behind, footies behind the goals, which is an outstanding idea.
Who come up with that? It's unbelievable.
As our cameraman just nods his head in agreement. But Dunsborough working their way back into this contest. And I tell you what, it's a pretty entertaining contest as it is.
It's time Ward's in the ruck, wins the ball down. Comes to this man, Jenkins. He's been terrific in the middle. Stevens gives it back towards Jenkins. Can he get around his player? No, he can't. They're under pressure once again. Rinda. Well, he's playing as a rucker over the big fella. Handball comes out to Stewart. Can he get the wheels on? Handballs to open space. He thinks he can. Out muscle, comes to Green. Pushed off his kick by Muncie, but manages to hit his target. And
he's
that's
been
Foster.
Impressive, isn't he, Jake Green for Dunsborough? Getting a lot of the footy.
Foster, high, up and under. It's going to land still in play. Is a mark being taken inside the field of play by Miller?
Oh, it has.
They've paid it.
Paid it. Plays on. Umpire lets him go. Snap on goal by Miller.
He likes it. Does the goal umpire like it? That's the question.
Oh, they've called it a point.
Behind.
Good celebration for a point.
So Miller looking dangerous up there. Foster will claim that as a pass, but it was a high up and under. Carter to do the kicking duties once again. Goes short. Finds Holmes. Holmes short. Palatti wanted to play on them. Palatti could have run himself into trouble. especially with Jenkin on the mark. He's been terrific spark in the middle of the ground for Dunsborough. Palatti high up and under, looking for the big fella. Rinder gets front position. Spoil came from Ward, from Park for Dunsborough. Ball spills over the boundary line.
Caden Black's done a pretty good job when he's gone on to Rinder here. He's jumping into him a bit.
Well, Rinder
The
probably
Dunsborough
needs a
ruckman.
spell. The ball thrown in. Rinder gets his big frame in front, wins it down. In they come. Jenkins trying to bullock his way through. Does so. Wins it out. Gets it to Stevens. Stevens tries to break the tackle of Kirk. Wrapped up. In comes Jenkins. Good assistance there from Murphy. Unlucky. Ball to be thrown up right in front of the commentary box. One down. Stevens could have taken his play without the ball. Free kick this time will go the way of Collie. Stevens draws a little bit of a crowd.
Oh.
And now there'll be a 50-metre penalty. Giglia got rid of Palatti. And this will take Holmes. Not the longest 50 I've ever seen. Has Davidson running past, uses him, puts him under a little bit of pressure. But Davidson takes the mark. Well, his pedigree would say 55, he'll kick it. Not his best kick. Mark's dropped right inside the 50. Russo's there. They have the players out the back, Dunsborough. They can't get around now. They're in trouble.
That was
That's a free kick.
tackle.
It's Mears.
Bunbury Mower service tackle contender, I think, Charlie. So
Robert
forward
Chitty.
line pressure, that's what you're looking for, and that's what Coach Ash Stewart would be absolutely pumped with his Collie Eagles today.
So Robert Chitty, good tackle. The handballs were taking too long to get from one player to the next. Chapman stands the mark. Chitty will kick 30 metres out, 45-degree angle. We're right behind this one. Chitty going for his team's 9th goal in the first half. In he comes now. Deliberate shot on goal. He's pushed it across the face and goes through for a minor score. So let off there for Dunsborough. Russo to do the kicking in duties as he has done all day. Cool. He said, I'm going straight down the middle. Does so. That's a good kick too. Lands on the chest of Miller. Miller goes short. Middle of the ground. No one stands the mark. Go long inside. Forward 50. Ball spills out. Firmino's there. Trying to get the ball out. They do so. Get it to Stevens. Stevens. He handballs over towards McGee. McGee sets sail for home.
Gee.
He should have done better there and threw for a minor score.
Well, he had a little bit more time than what he predicted in his mind. I suppose that's just a level of experience, isn't it?
So Carter brings the ball back into play. Dangerous kick. Carries it. Goes to Rinder. Rinder gets a handball out wide. Rinder will need a spell at some stage. Not the best kick going on the far side of the ground. Lands on the chest of Simon Moore. Has a player short in Firmino. So right on the half-forward line, Firmino. A couple of players short. Been called to play on now. That's a high up and under. Should spoil this. Spills over the back towards Carter. Carter gets a handball over to Palatti. Crosses 50. Slipped as he went to kick it. It'll spill back to Firmino. Bounces past him. Stevens is there. Draws a crowd this time. Stevens. Wrapped up by Morton. Ball to be thrown up. Centre of the ground.
He's been drawing a crowd every time he gets the ball, Stevens.
2.5 minutes to go in the opening half. 28 points the margin in favour of the home side. A kick out of that stoppage lands on the chest of Carter.
He's had a good game of footy, Carter.
Goes short, finds Holmes.
The beauty of Carter, he doesn't waste the footy.
Holmes goes to the wing, finds Palatti. Palatti, plenty of time, puts his teammate under pressure. No talk, that was Kirk. Drops a mark he should have taken. Spills out the back, good tackle. Umpire said it's a sling. The free kick will go the way of Candy. So Candy, he'll drive the ball long, does so. Numbers over the back. Good mark too.
A minute left on the Hullo Beach Bar clock, Weaver, so not a lot of time. Goal's very important.
Baxter Miller, that was a good mark. So right in front of the commentary box, they'll look for Davidson, takes a good mark.
Maybe that's a contender, Charlie.
It's a spot to do it.
Strong grab.
Right in
That's
front of the
CPR
camera.
to the mark of the day.
Looks there for Rinder. Marks drop, spills out to Kirk. It's a handball over to Rinder. The handball comes back towards Murphy. Spills to ground. Murphy comes in, lays a tackle, ties the ball up.
Sharks need to hold here too. They've worked pretty hard in this quarter to work their way back into the game. Wouldn't want a late one to slip.
Spills over the top of Park, tries to kick it mid-air. Ball goes out of bounds. They'll reload once again through the skipper, Davidson.
Just a quick around the grounds thanks to Geograph Civil. AMR 7-6-48 lead the Harvey Bulls 1 behind.
That's Bignell. Davidson gives it back to Bignell. Too far out to score. Runs around, gains his full measure. It'll land at the top of the square. Not his best kick, Bignell. Lands on the chest of Hughes. Hughes has a player short. Russo still deep inside defensive 50. Just slowing it down now. Not long to go before halftime. Russo, precision kick, finds Moore. Takes a mark in front of Davidson. Gives it over to Firmino. Firmino will hand back to Moore. Puts him under pressure. Missed by Kirk. Not Moore's best kick either, but it finds its target through the middle of the ground in Holman. But Holman's kick has been cut off by Stewart. Centre wing. Xavier Stewart had a terrific first half.
And it is half-time here. That was a very entertaining quarter, actually, between the Collie Eagles and Dunsborough. Collie Eagles 8-9-57. They lead Dunsborough 3-7-25. We'll be back after the break with the Hollow Beach Bar half-time chat. Thanks to our major partner, Dale Alcock Homes, quality designs, built for all the days you call it home, by Dale Alcock Homes. Half-time here, and the Collie Eagles 8-9-57 lead Dunsborough 3-7-25. Peak performance for solar power, solar battery, solar hot water, and solar heart Southwest Weaver. Well, there hasn't been a real standout, has there?
No, not for both sides. I mean, both sides, especially in that second quarter, had their moments, but I like the Stewart boys up back. I think Carter kicking out a fullback makes a difference for Collie because he doesn't just kick it, he runs up for the next possession and links it up through the middle of the ground. Kirk's been fantastic, and I'm not sure how long Rinder can go in the ruck. I don't know enough about his fitness levels, but he's rucked for the first half, so that he might need a spell. But Dunsborough, at least they got themselves back in the game a little bit. They had to put Stevens in the middle of the ground. I think Bailey Jenkins made a difference when he went into the middle. He sort of gave him some grunt.
Collie Eagles are all over Caleb Stevens, aren't they?
Oh, yeah.
I tell you something else, Weaver. This is a Hollow Beach Bar halftime chat. Now, I'm a bit of a fan of the Hollow Beach Bar. It's going to be a halftime show, NFL party at the Hollow. LA Rams versus the 49ers at the G on Friday morning, September the 11th. Book your table now. Because after you watch that, you can listen to our show. Isn't that right, Charlie? So
yeah, it's going to be good fun.
It's all happening at the Hollow Beach Bar.
Well, I'm actually still getting over the first comment there, Croney, where you said you're a fan. That's the first time I've heard of it. It's the first time I've heard you mention that establishment.
So you can go up to the Hollow Beach Bar and watch the NFL, visit the MCG. So that'll be something good. Gen X Engineering, precision, reliability and local expertise. Dunsborough just started to show a little bit more teamwork in that second quarter. They were all at sea in the first because their skill just let them down at the last minute. It
did, but they did find a bit of space. They're very keen on getting into the corridor straight away. Pretty much once they clear that defensive 50, they want to go through the corridor. So managed to get a couple of opportunities for the first part of that second quarter. For majority of that second quarter, they had pretty good shots on goal, didn't they? They just didn't capitalise. So they ended up with 3 goals in that quarter. Should have been a couple more. But, they're getting themselves back in the game. Margin's still healthy, 32 points. But they're showing a little bit. But it's high risk, high reward. So they'll just keep doing that and see if they can open up Collie through the middle of the ground.
We are very impressed with the Legends' mathematical skills. But we're going to take a quick break and then we're going to come back with the second half.
Well, it's the first I've heard that you like that establishment. I mean, I
think it's the view.
Yes, exactly. I don't know much about gridiron or NFL, but I know the games go for a very, very long time, and there's a lot of players. So, it's a great, outstanding venue. Been there once, sensational value, and Richie, terrific man.
Well, Jared's going to make it a little bit awkward for me because we come on after the NFL game, so I'm going to have to sit there and watch all that NFL game. And then come on here.
And you're going to have to control yourself.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But
that's
why I've got such good willpower. Charlie, can you run us around the grounds, please?
So around the grounds, thanks to Geograph Civil hiring now. AMR 8-8-56 lead the Harvey Bulls 1 behind. And in the other game, Eton 1-1-7 trailed Donnybrook 5-5-35.
Oh, Eton are putting up a bit of a show there, Charlie.
Yeah, it's not a bad showing. It's what was a very good Donnybrook side you saw last week.
So that's good for Eton, and we're not very far away from the start of the second half here. Charlie, can Dunsborough get back into this game?
Well, we saw glimpses in that second quarter that they can get a bit of a run on, maybe get a bit more accurate on the scoreboard, and they can get themselves back into this thing. 32 points is more than achievable.
Well, there you heard it from Charlie Colt. Sorry, umpire holds the ball aloft. This is SEN Spirit and Nigel Reeves.
Up they go. Rinder wins it down as we start this second half. Spills out the back. Jiggler, he was there, but it's socket off the ground. Inside 50 they go once again. Mears runs past. Can have a shot on goal. Deals a bit of candy. Shot on goal from Mears. Is it bend back? No. Close. Through for a behind.
How was the ball handling pick up there by Cam Davison? That's the key, isn't it? Clean ball handling gives you time. If you start to fumble and mess around, that's when you get into a bit of trouble. Cam Davison having a very good day at the office.
He sure is. He's instrumental across half forward. Never out of the game. Ball brought back into play. Goes short. Russo finds Stevens. Still inside 50. Firmino gives it back to Russo. He'll get it outside 50 now. Goes into the middle across half forward. Finds Holman. So better ball movement. It's these next couple of kicks that have been letting him down a little bit. There's one right there. Ball's cut off. Inside. They come out the back. Still fighting hard. Far side of the ground. That was Kirk. Now they're under pressure. Gets his kick away. Spills out towards Michael. Picks it up. Tackled straight away. They're up and about here. Firmino's there. Gets a handball towards Moore. Had a bit of a dirty day, Moore. Spills out to Carter. Carter comes through the middle of the ground. Finds Bignell. Picks it up on the half volley. Now they bounce through the middle of the ground. Goes short. Looking for Mears. Nearly kicked the goal of the day so far. Has a player running past. That player is Justice. Justice gets the handball. Shot on goal by Reuben. He's missed everything. Out of bounds on the full.
I think our Go West Tours coach, At Stewart, has had a bit of a word to the Collie Eagles at halftime.
Well, they've started as they started the game, haven't they? They need to sew this game up. Hughes brings the ball back into play. Dangerous kick. Around. Chitty come through the middle of the ground. They're just unsure in the middle, aren't they? Has Park out wide. Decides to go past him. Nearly a good mark taken by Bridgeland. It is paid.
Wow.
That might be a contender too for a CPR Outdoor Centre mark of the day. I don't think even he knew where it went. It fell around the back of his head.
Did some juggling.
So this
is that a contender, Charlie?
Yeah,
to get the opening goal. Has a player short. Loose checking. Uses that player, and it's Miller.
Yeah, look, he ran from a long way down, didn't he? That no Collie player went with him.
So Miller took a terrific contested mark and kicked a goal in the second quarter. He'll kick from 50 metres out. Slide angle. This for the opening score of the third term. In he comes now. Runs around the man on the mark. Shot on goal. It's going to hang up in the air. Get right to the goal line. Will it be forced through? Stays in play. Stewart gets the ball out. Goes back in the direction there of Reuben. Doesn't take the mark. Comes back to Miller. Clever kick. Miller finds Bridgeland. So it's Groundhog Day. Difficult angle. Same distance. 50 metres out. Dash Bridgham. As Stewart stands the mark. Xavier Stewart. He'll kick from right on 50. In he comes now. Shots on its way. It's a better looking kick. Has it got the distance? Going to get there, is it? Right on the goal line. Forced through.
Gee, did everything right there, didn't he? Peeled around nicely, but just didn't have the distance.
And that was Rinder that forced that through. Terrific effort by the ruckman.
That's where you want your big fella, don't you? Right on that goal line.
Carter will bring the ball back into play. Goes long, strong, straight down the middle. Good kick. Finds Stewart. Half forward line. Runs around Stevens on the mark. He's got the wheels. Thought about a bounce. Run his full measure. All of his full measure. Puts it to the top of the square. They've got the numbers. One is Mears. Gets around one, not the other. He's in trouble.
That's a Bunbury Mother service tackle of the game too, because Collie, for all intents and purposes, were going to goal out of that for a forward.
That was Chitty that got tackled. Now he affects the smother. Could redeem himself, Chitty. Handballs over to Kirk. Kirk will give it to the skipper. Runs into an open goal. Well done, young fella, Robert Chitty.
Man, that's what you want to see from a young fella. Made a bit of a mistake, got caught, and then got up smothered, and they turned that into a very easy goal for Davison. And, gee, Collie Eagles, the way they run that was 2 kicks forward. It was outstanding.
So Kirk unselfishly gave it to Davidson, the skipper, the 100-gamer, and he ran into an open goal. But well done by Chitty. Apologies to Mears, but Chitty tried to do a little bit too much, but then he affected the spoil to Kirk, then to Davidson. Goal on the board to Collie. Ball's back in the middle. Rinder wins it down, but it goes straight to Stevens. Gigley's in there. Could have been taken high.
Whoa, that's a
big
good
tackle from Jenkins.
Gee.
Oh, he's got some grunt on the big fella, like falling a carry tree. Rinder receives a free kick. Goes wide, finds Justice. Justice goes down. And he's found Michael. Michael, uncanny. He gets his player underneath the ball, then pushes back.
Stewart is putting his hand up for our skill higher rising star, isn't he? He's been superb. Matt Michael, well, he's a star. There's no other words for him. Been around for a long time.
So for 2 in a row for the home side, Matt Michael, he's going for goal number 4. He'll kick from 45 metres out, tight angle. In he comes now, long run up, kicks on its way. It's high, it's straight. It's through for another one for Collie. Michael gets his 4th. And they've come out firing in this third quarter.
They have that, and I think Ash Stewart, the Collie coach, would have had a bit of a word to him. They had complete control in the first quarter, did the Collie Eagles, and then Dunsborough just worked their way back into them. Collie Eagles' problem for most of the season is they haven't been able to play 4 quarters of footy, and that would have come up on the whiteboard. When you get control of a side, you need to make the most of it, and they've come out absolutely determined in this quarter to put a bit of space between them and the Dunsborough Sharks.
So on the Bunbury Mower Service and Preston Power Equipment Donnybrook scoreboard, 10 goals, 9, 69, 3, 8, 26, 43 points a margin. Back in the middle, comes to Stevens. Stevens handballs, but straight to Justice. Then to Palatti. Tries to go back to Justice, puts him under pressure. Cleverly enough, gets it out to Holmes. Far side of the ground. They're inside 50 once again. Davidson works his player under the ball. Hughes and takes the mark. And he'll go back for goal number 4.
He's having a day out, isn't he, Cam Davison, on his 100th game.
The skipper.
He's just so clean with the footy.
Pretty much the same position as Michael kicked the goal. Same angle, same distance. Let's see if it's the same result. Davidson. This is for goal number 4 to join Michael. And this to stretch the margin even further. Crosses 50 now, the skipper. It's on its way. He's got the distance. But through for a minor score.
Thanks to MGIB, like a good neighbour, MGIB is there. Great supporters. As is SKG. Get your scans of SKG on that wonky knee of yours, Weaver.
I've got a new one now.
Got
Russo brings the ball in. Asks a fair bit of more. Spilt by Bignell. Bignell picks up. Snaps. Misses everything. Out of bounce on the full.
He'll be looking for one too. Bignell. He doesn't go through a game too often without nailing a 6-pointer.
So Ward to bring the ball back in. Flay standing the mark. He's had a couple of different pronunciations of that last name. Rinder comes over the top. Brings the ball to ground. Spills out. Comes to Giglia. The handball out. And they're out here for Bridgham. Bridgham gets the handball over to Candy. Gets around one, sells a little bit of that, drives it inside 50, good kick too.
Oh, man running to the
and
square.
Finds Jenkins, has a player running for him. Another one in the pocket if he wants him. And now he's got to kick the goal, Bailey Jenkins. He's burned a couple. The Muncie stands the mark. He'll kick 48 metres out, 45-degree angle. We're right behind this one. He's been good in the middle of the ground, Jenkins. What can he do in front of goal? This for their first major, third quarter. Long run up, crosses 50. You don't want to say anything about Craney's golf, but that was very, very similar. He's hooked it off the tee.
The only difference was it went a bit further than mine before it went in the bush.
And the only other difference is they found the ball. Holmes brings it in, goes short, finds Justice. Been good today. Now he's been called to play on. Goes short, puts his teammate under pressure in Morton. Goes over his head.
Believe it or not, I'm not a very patient golfer, Weaver. If I lose the ball, it's gone.
There's a couple of firsts here today, isn't there? There's another one. Stevens, Caleb Stevens to bring the ball back into play. Does so, goes short, finds Park. Park goes wide. Not his best kick. Carries over the boundary line. Lasso free kick. Will go the way of Holmes.
It's going to take a Solar Heart Southwest peak performance for Dunsborough to work their way back in now.
Holmes goes short, finds Stewart. Xavier Stewart, terrific youngster. The pink boots, middle of the ground, good kick too. Finds Michael. Michael plays on, gets the handball to Justice. Goes to Torpedo, doesn't get a hold of it. Could end up all right here. Mears falls over right at the inopportune time.
Oh.
Well done. Cuts through a packed as lane and gets the kick. Finds Giglia. Comes through the middle. Finds Russo. Drives the ball inside the forward 50. Barron's there. Nice pick up by the big fella. Pushed as he kicked the ball. Muncie, he'll run it down. Boundary line might be the winner. It is. Goes out of bounds. 35 metres out from Dunsborough's goal.
It was good by Jordan Lane, wasn't it? Just seeing the ball. He's done that a few times this afternoon for the Sharks.
44 points the margin. 14 minutes to go in this third quarter. So Rinder, rucked all day. Up against Barron. Barron gets front position. Wins it down. Free kick not paid. Spills out. Big tackle.
I think Big Paul Rinder likes that, though, Weaver. He likes to work hard.
He's doing a great job. This time, wins it down, knocks it out of the 50 in favour of Bignell. Bignell picks it up, tries to handball back inside, finds Giglia. Moore comes through the middle of the ground. That's a better kick by Moore. Finds Holman. And he'll shoot on goal, 48 metres out, directly in front. This to get the opening major of the third quarter. Kai Holman. It's a better kick by Moore. He's missed a couple of targets today. It's unlike him. So Kai Holman is to get his team's fourth goal of the match. 44 points the margin. In he comes now. Crosses 50. Kicks on its way. It's got a fair piece of it. It's going to land right at the goal line.
Gee,
the big fella Rinder's done it again.
How many goals have been like that for the Dunsborough Sharks? They just haven't made it. They've been a metre short.
I like the work rate of Rinder. I might have underestimated his fitness level. Twice he's done that.
He thrives on that, Paul Rinder.
Carter brings the ball back in the play. Looks for Justice. It's going to land dangerously. Cleverly knocks it out. Holmes far side of the ground. Under pressure now. Comes to Green. Terrific in that second quarter. In comes Justice with the spoil. A free kick's been paid.
He works hard, doesn't he, Justice?
Go the way of Holmes. He's been good today as well.
He always is, Holmes.
Centre wing, far side of the ground. Gets around the man on the mark. High up and under. Over the top they come. The defence at Dunsborough. Now they're under pressure once again. Davidson's there. They're just unsure, aren't they? Moore picks it up. Has a player short. And he misses his target once again. Bounces up nicely for Rinder. He'd be pretty happy with that. And look at that kick. Finds Carter, far side of the ground. He'll switch play, does so, comes across towards Miller. Backs to Miller. Stewart runs for him. Got a couple of options. It's another Stewart. It's Noah Stewart, centre wing. Will he give it to his brother? Does so. Xavier, he can take this and go. Does so. Clever player, gets around one, uses his pace. Moore tries to run him down. He's run too far.
Gee.
Well, it'll please the interchange box there in front of it. If it was 50 metres the other way, maybe not so much. And Foster will receive the free kick. Not sure about that. No one stands the mark. Foster can gain a bit of meterage here. Does so. Has a bounce. Cal Foster. Now it's a high up and under. Land in a dangerous position. Spills out towards Muncie. He's been good. Look out. Here he comes, a big fella. Just dribbles his way through and manages to get the kick. and Fine Flay gets a handball out to Noah Stewart, and they're away again. Got a player out wide. Will it reach him? Does. Chitty takes the mark. Under pressure. Davidson coming to remonstrate. There's a blood rule here.
Blood rule, yep.
It's going to go away.
A few of the boys getting to know each other down there while we do that. We're looking for a Bunbury and Busselton Battery World best on ground today, Weaver, with free battery fitting for you, Charlie.
I hope Charlie's kept an eye on it. Hughes.
Oh, he's all over everything, Charlie.
There's a few standouts.
You should see the notes on his bit of paper sitting next to me. Mine started off well and then it dwindled.
I reckon the four of us will be in line. We haven't had a dust up yet. Everyone's too scared to open the door. Chitty drives the ball, top of the square. It's going to sit high. Up they go, Mears. Was the mark taken out the back? No, it's gone out of bounce on the full. It's Justice.
No, he's got us under control, the timekeeper up here.
We're too scared to move. Adam Justice. He'll run around, snap over his body. He's 20 metres out. Does so. Snap. It's on its way. Has it held its line? It has. Great goal, Justice. He gets his second.
Well, that is Justice Weaver, isn't it? Because he's worked very hard. His work rate, you watch his running patterns, have been fantastic. And as a reward, he can come to the Buckingham, the Butchers interchange bench. I'll never understand that. But a very good goal. Is that a contender, Charlie, for our WA Carpet Supermarket goal of the day?
Yeah, I'm gonna write
I thought that was pretty handy. Will you write that one down?
Yes.
And I think that's justice for everyone.
Yep.
Well, we missed his goal in the first quarter.
That was another one that could have been a
That was a terrific
chance,
goal, but that one was outstanding.
What have we got left? 8 minutes left on the Hollow Beach Bar clock.
So the Bunbury Mower Service and Preston Power Equipment, Donnybrook, 11 goals, 10, 76, 3-9, 27. In the middle they go again. Rinder wins it out. Direction of Kirk. Comes back to Rinder. Just chucks it onto his left boot. Puts it out in front of Stewart. He's got the wheels in front of Green. Sits up nicely. Tries to get around him. Green does well for Dunsborough. Makes the spoil. Then gets rid of Stewart. Handballs down the wing. Puts his teammate under pressure. Morton's there for Collie.
Just a quick around the grounds, thanks to Geograph Civil Hiring now. AMR 10-9-69 lead the Harvey Bulls 1 behind. Eaton 2-1-13 trailed Donnybrook 8-6-54.
So Bulls 1 down. Big tackle, far side of the ground. Giglia wins the free kick, and that was on Morton.
Keep an eye on this young man too. He can play the game. Young Giglia.
Quite fiery as well. Comes in board, finds Russo. A lot of footy. It's a good kick too. He finds Green.
Did you write him down for our skill higher rising star?
Yep.
So centre wing, Jake Green. 7.5 minutes to go in this third quarter. A wobbly looking kick. It spills out the back. To Carter, gets a handball over to Muncie, drives the ball long, bounces over a couple of team there, and one of them was Foster, and he'll receive the free kick, the Lasso free kick.
I'll tell you what, Carter's racked up getting the footy this afternoon as well.
So Foster already played a game of reserve, runs himself into trouble, just pokes it to the middle of the ground. Morton's there, out muscled by Giglia. Has time to steady. It's all about this kick, and it's let him down once again. Good pick up by Stevens. Gets a handball over. Snap on goal. How's this going to land? Probably should have done better there. Had a couple of players running back to an open goal. Goes over the boundary line. Ball to be thrown in 10 metres out from Dunsborough's goal.
Collie are making it very hard for Stevens to get hold of that footy. They've done a bit of work on him, I think.
49 points the margin. 6.5 minutes to go in this third quarter. Morton, Barron up against Rinder. Rinder wins it down. Comes towards Pilati. He's been good as well. Wrapped up straight away by the ruckman Barron. And they'll do it all over again. Rinder from behind wins it down. Stevens tries to shark it. It won't bounce up for him. Gets the handball out. Under pressure here. Muncie comes in. Tries to barge his way through. No prior. Umpire will throw the ball up. 10 metres out.
Bright sunny conditions here at Collie, but our cameraman says outside it's a little bit chilly.
So Rinder up against Barron. Rinder wins it down, comes out the back to Jenkins, tries a break a tackle. Fimino, snap, on, goal. This time it's got the distance. They've got one, Dunsborough, out of a stoppage. Fimino gets himself on the board. Braden Fimino.
Yeah, I've said it before. It's fantastic to have him back. He's had a bit of an injury problem since he's moved down to Dunsborough Sharks, but he just adds that class. He adds the experience, and that's what Dunsborough young side coming through. They need the likes of Fimino and more running out there, just as the direct traffic as well. Mind you, he's still got a fairly bit of handy skill level too, has Fimino, and that might be a WA contender for a WA Carpet Supermarket goal of the day.
Well, it was out of nowhere, wasn't it? Collie had all the answers.
Once again, though, Weaver, it's that clean hands.
Yep.
That makes all the difference.
So getting back to that temperature, Craney, it's like when they say it is this and it feels like that.
Oh, it's
well,
nice.
it's 28 in here and it feels like 10 outside. It's the first time it's been accurate. One down by Rinder, but it goes straight towards Bridgham, and this time free kick's been paid.
It's always a strange saying, isn't it?
If it feels like it, it normally is.
Yeah,
Anyway,
that's
Kirk
exactly
takes
right.
a free kick, middle of the ground, nearly smothered off the boot, high up and under.
Oh, I reckon he's got
And
it.
the mark's been
That is a
taken
terrific grab.
on the second grab, and this is Mears. So hasn't had a lot of the ball, but done some really good things when he gets near it. Very, very clever player.
And I just see Charlie mark that down as a CPO to send a chance for mark of the day.
So for the quick response for Collie, he'll kick 35 metres out, slide angle, Mears, in he comes now, doesn't waste any time,
Perfect.
holds its line, good kick, Mears. So he gets his second, one in the first, now one in the third.
And that's what the Eagles have done, haven't they? They've been able to answer Dunsborough every time they mount a bit of a challenge. Eagles just go down there, and that was a terrific mark by Mears. He's had a pretty good day, actually. He's been up and about, very lively, and I love seeing players just go back and kick a drop punt instead of going around the corners. It thinks it's a lot easier to do, Weaver.
Well, he's a very clever player, Mears. So Bunbury Mower Service and Preston Power Equipment, Donnybrook scoreboard. 12 goals, 10, 82. 4 goals, 9, 33. So 49 points the margin.
We've got a few people putting their hand up for the Western All best defender too.
One down by Rinder, but it comes to Jenkins. Bustles his way through. Good kick too. Finds the chest to Fimino. So Fimino, goal for goal in the last couple of minutes. Fimino with one, then Mears.
But that's the power they needed out of the centre, didn't they? Jenkins just put the arm and bullocked his way through. Not quite sure whether the kick was meant for Fimino, but Fimino in the right spot at the right time.
He'll kick from 45. Braden Fimino, already one goal to his name. In he comes now. Kicks on its way. Not the best looking shape. Helicopter style. Michael's there. So is Carter. Just chucks it onto his boot. It might end up all right. Does so.
Whoop.
So Palatti nearly runs himself into trouble. Comes into the middle of the ground. Good kick. Finds justice. Had a good game. Not his best handball either to Palatti. Puts his teammate under pressure. That was Stewart. Justice does well. Gets the handball back high up and under, but it favours Holmes and he takes the mark in front of Russo. Comes in board. Finds Kirk. Kirk has some space. Has a player out wide in Davidson. Davidson runs himself underneath the ball. Now it's Rinder pushing back. Misses the mark. Comes out to his opposing ruckman in Barron, off his shins. Now through the middle of the ground they go. This is Bridgham starting getting himself involved. Under extreme pressure. Here comes Stewart. Uses that leg speed. Has a bounce this time. And he's been done again. I think he's just been done because he's the quickest guy on the field.
You don't see it happen very often, do you? Getting pulled for running too far.
And funnily enough, Foster's been the recipient of both free kicks, only because he's there. Unlucky, but it comes to Russo. Russo goes wide, far side of the ground. Mark missed by Bridgham. Now they reload once again. Coming in the middle is Michael. Michael will handball over towards Flea. Gets the handball out wide to Stewart, puts him under pressure straight away. Wrapped up in a strong tackle.
Going absolutely nowhere.
That was by Candy. Ball to be thrown up. Centre wing. 49 points the margin. Rinder just knocks it forward. Moore will be first back for Dunsborough. Couldn't pick the ball up. Under pressure was Reuben. Umpire's seen a free kick, and it's going to go the way of Reuben. Right on the 50-metre line. 20-odd seconds to go. Plays on. He'll put it to the top of the square. Mark's got to be taken close to three-quarter time. Comes to Michael. Snap goal. That's as close as you can get to three-quarter time. Matt Michael, he's got goal number 5.
12 seconds left on the Hollow Beach Park clock. And, yeah, the Dunsborough defender all but had the mark as the siren sounds to finish the quarter. And Collie Eagles, a very good one for them. 12 goals, 10, 88. They lead Dunsborough 4 goals, 9, 33. We'll be back after the break for final quarter action. And it is Collie Eagles all the way here. 13 goals, 11, 89 are leading Dunsborough 4, 9, 33. And every time Dunsborough throw a little bit at them, the Collie Eagles just respond. Ash Stewart, the coach, our Go West Tours coach of the Collie Eagles, I reckon had a fair dinkum chat to him at half time, because as Jared O'Brien mentions time and time again on the show, they can't put 4 quarters together. Well, today they're doing pretty good job of it, Weaver.
They had a little slip up in that second quarter, but you expect the opposition to come back and get on top for certain stages of the game. But I just think that third quarter, Craney, they went back to how they played in the first quarter. They really straightened up through the corridor and had some really good shots on goal. End up kicking 5 goals, 2 in that third quarter, which is outstanding. We're in the quarter before the second quarter, 1 goal 6. So they just went a little bit too wide, but got some good targets up there, especially Michael and Davidson. They're outstanding.
Thanks to MGIB, like a good neighbour, MGIB is there. And Charlie?
Yes, quick around the grounds. Thanks to Geograph Civil hiring now. AMR 18-11, 119 lead the Harvey Bulls 1 behind. Eaton 2-1-13 trailed Donnybrook 10-7, 67.
Gee, I tell you what, AMR, that might give them enough percentage to have a little bit of a sniff. They're going to have to do a fair bit of work, aren't they?
They do need a bit of that percentage, so it'll be handy for them.
Thanks to SKG. Get your scans at SKG. We're not far away from final quarter action here. Charlie, can the Dunsborough boys work their way back into this game? They are, how far behind are they, Weaver?
56 points.
56 points.
So I think their goal is to probably just win the quarter. Don't know if there's enough time in them to fully come back, but I reckon that's their goal, just to win the quarter.
Well, they've got Stevens and Moore in the middle to join Jenkins, so it's a pretty powerful midfield.
Geez, I like Jenkins. He's been outstanding in the middle of the ground, and yeah, they just need a few more of him, but it's going to be tough.
Umpire holds the ball aloft. This is SEN Spirit, Nigel Reeves.
Up they go. Rinder rucking for the 4th quarter in a row, but he's won it straight back towards his opposing ruckman in Park, and out they go. Stevens, shot on goal. First shot on goal in the last quarter. Gets there, gets all the way. No. Just went through for a minor score. It was close.
Gee, I tell you what, he got a fair bit on that, didn't he?
And Carter will do the kick-in duties. Terrific centre clearance.
Kicked that from outside 55.
Carter brings the ball back into play. Good kick. Michael drops a mark he should have taken. Spills out towards Noah Stewart. Handballs over to Xavier Stewart. Just don't run too fast, son. You'll get pinged. Gives it back to Noah Stewart. Drives the ball long, looking for Matt Michael. Misses his target. Ball goes out of bounds on the full. Bridgham will reload. Geez, those young boys go all right, don't they? Plenty of wheels.
2 Stewart boys, they've been outstanding.
Bridgham brings the ball back into play right in front of the commentary box. Open ground, Rinder's there. Knocks it out towards Noah Stewart. Sits up nicely for him. Don't know if that's gone 15. Bignell gives it back to Stewart on the left. Goes forward looking for Davidson. He's taken the mark. Low to the ground.
Tell you what, the Gen X engineering teamwork by the Collie Eagles has been sensational today. The pace of the Stewart boys, they adds a new dimension.
Terrific effort. Bignell gave it back. Stewart on the left. I'd like to see a replay of that. It looked very, very close to the ground. But Davidson, he'll kick from 45 metres out, tight angle, going for goal number 4.
Our timekeeper said the fingers were just underneath it, so it's all right.
Just. So Davidson. the skipper, in his 100th game. 2 goals in the first, 1 in the third. Kicks on its way, holds its line, not the best shape. It's going to get right to the goal line. Still stays in play, tries to knock out the Bignell. Moore's there,
Ooh.
wrapped up, big tackle by said illegal. Moore's hit the ground.
Yeah, his head hit the ground pretty solid there, did Simon Moore. He's up and about.
Simon Moore
I mean, he's up. I don't know whether he's about at the moment. A pretty heavy knock.
will take the free kick right on the goal line. It's just that last stage of any tackle, isn't it? It's dangerous. Moore comes wide, looks for Stevens, carries him, goes to Bridgham, handball back to Stevens. Stevens has a bounce, puts the skates on, has 2 bounces right in front of us, can have a third, decides to handball inside. Stevens will get it back. Good running by the big fella. Handballs back in board towards Miller. Miller will cross 50. This will be a goal and a half if it gets there. Mark's drop right on the goal line, spills through.
That's the best bit of genetics engineering teamwork. Caleb Stevens, he just put the ball under his wing and he just took off.
It was Wiseman. Dropped the mark right on the goal line. Carter will reload for Collie. As a player short, Injustice hits him.
Almost a peak performance for Solar Heart
Gives it back
Southwest.
to Carter. Carter had spent it before he got it, but Justice picks it up. Then he has a bounce. Not sure who he was handballing to. Holmes, come on, son. Get onto it. Snap on goal. And they've paid the penalty. That was Dean. He gets his second. Snap from 30 metres. And Carter was just too quick. Missed the handball.
That's a WA Carpet Supermarket contender as well. We're getting 1 a quarter, Charlie, so you've got to have a few to
There's a lot to
have
choose
a pick from.
Yep.
But, yeah, Dunsborough, well, they've worked pretty hard to get back into it as Stevens comes to the Buckingham, the Butchers interchange bench for a bit of a spell after that run up and down the wing. That was superb, wasn't it, Weaver? Reminded me and you of you in your heyday. Just coming straight out of the fence.
There was no cameras in my heyday, and there's no way I would have been running like that. Most of my running shots are not blurry. I can assure you of that. I wasn't going quick enough. So ball back in the middle. Rinder rucked all game. Wins it down again. Comes to Moore. Received a heavy tackle. Handball out towards Jenkin. The big fella gets a handball back towards Park. Don't know if he wanted it. Rinder's there. Tries to do the tackling. Soccers off the ground, the big fella. Now it's in open space. Asking for Morton to pick the ball up. Has a player out the back. Morton does so. Gives the handball over. They come through the middle of the ground. Good kick too. Finds Reuben. Reuben to Justice. He'll put it to the top of the square.
Oh,
Michael's done it again. Pushed his player underneath the kick and pushes back and takes an uncontested chest mark.
Paul Rinder's a very, very clever footballer there. He just, even that little bit of play, just put a toe poke together so it went past Simon Moore into the advantage of the Collie Eagles. And as you said, Matt Michael does what Matt Michael does best. His body work as good as anyone in the league.
Kick from 15 metres out, directly in front. This for goal number 6. Matt Michael, in he comes now. He shouldn't have any problems. Doesn't. Goal number 6 for Michael. Terrific.
Not a bad day at the office, is it? 6 goals for Matt Michael. And look, he's class. He takes a very good defender, but you've got to be very good to play on him. He's played for a lot of years at a high level. And today he's showing all his talent. But the Collie Eagles, well, they've been impressive today. It's just, I wonder where they've been for the rest of the season, Weaver.
Well, it's disappointing, but it's exciting. I mean, if they get a few more players back,
Well, I think
they
it's
can
something
play this style.
It's built on next year. They just need to have, they hadn't had the best of luck with injury, and they just need to get that sorted.
Just a quick around the grounds, thanks to Geograph Civil hiring now. AMR 18-12, 120, lead the Bulls 1 behind. Eaton 2, 113, Child Donnybrook 10-7, 67.
The Park goes early in the ruck, spills out the back towards Firmino. Firmino gives it to Bridgham, crosses the centre, drives it inside 50,
Well,
looking
there's
for
their
Wiseman.
best bit of play all day.
It carries him and lands in the arms of Lucas Dean, and he'll go back from 45 directly in front for the quick reply and for his third. So with limited opportunities, Dean can get 3 goals to his name. Couple of steps, high, up, under, straight. Dean does so. Goal number 3 to Dean. They get 1 back.
Gee, it's an easy game when you do it like that, isn't it? for the Dunsborough. They flipped it out the back to Firmino and just worked their way around into a bit of space. Nice by Dean. He's got a bit of class about him, hasn't he?
He doesn't waste any energy on the run-up either. That was only one step.
No, he's done it a
Kicked
couple
through.
of times. Yeah. Gets a bit of height in them, but they long and straight. That's the main thing. And a peak performance, you'd say, for Solar Heart Southwest.
Well, with limited opportunities, he's got 3 goals to his name, 3 out of 6. So he's got half their score as far as majors go. So Lucas Dean.
17 minutes left on the Hollow Beach Bar clock. Good day to Richie and the crew up at the Hollow.
In the middle once again. Rinder jumped early but won it down. Tried to get it to Kirk. Spills out to
clever handball.
Park. Over to Firmino. Firmino tackled as he went to handball the ball. Managed to get it out to Green. He's got Morton for company. Green wheels around a couple. Comes back into the centre and finds Stevens. Stevens, he goes short. Finds Holman. So finding a little bit of space. He'll handball over to Russo. Russo, what can he do here? Drives it long, strong. Good mark. Carter takes a mark behind Dean this time.
Been superb.
Carter got options short. One of them is Klepe, the big fella, still inside defensive 50. He'll go back to Carter. As long as they hit targets, that's the main thing. They miss one there, dangerous spot. They could pay the ultimate penalty with a goal. Carter, he'll go long now. No, Borks looks for Bignell. Moore comes across in front. Bridgham's there, spins out of one tackle, has a shot on goal. It'll get to the top of the square. Still in play, spills out. Snap, Miller. High, up and under, and through for a minor score.
Gee, did all the hard work then, did Miller, and just didn't quite finish it off.
He's looked dangerous with limited opportunities as well. Took a terrific contested mark in that second quarter and finished with a goal.
Have you got the Bunbury Mower Service tackle of the game under
Yes.
control, have you?
Some standouts.
Because last time we left that in Weaver's hands, he didn't do the best job.
I crumbled. Because I haven't got any written down. Carter brings the ball back into play. Long and strong. Mark missed by Kirk. Spills over the back towards Firmino. Kirk comes back in with the tackle. Wraps Firmino up. Umpire will come in and throw the ball up. Far side of the ground. 48 points the margin. 15 and a half minutes to go in this last quarter. Rinder works his opponent under the ball. High up and under. Rubin in front. Misses the mark. Spills out to Moore. Moore's tackled, managed to get the handball off, goes inside to Russo. So middle of the ground, Russo had a good game. Tackled as he kicked it, puts him off his kick. Mark's dropped in the middle of the ground there by Kent. Spills out, now through the middle, they find the skipper in Davidson. Wheels long, goes to Michael. This time he's in front. First grab, second grab, takes the mark.
How many goals has he kicked, Charlie?
Got 6.
Gee, is 10 on the cards. What have we got? 15 minutes left on the Hollow Beach Bar clock.
So 2 goals in the first, 1 in the second, 2 in the third. This for his second in the last quarter.
As Simon Moore comes to the Buckingham, the Butchers interchange bench for a bit of a spell for the Sharks.
Matt Michael, he's going for goal number 7. Ward stands the mark, 35 metres out, slight angle. We've seen this for the last 2 or 3 years in the Lower South West. In he comes now, Michael. Long run up, kicks on its way. He's pushed that across the face. He'll be disappointed with that. Through for a minor score.
Thanks to MGIB, like a good neighbour. MGIB is there, Charlie.
Certainly is.
So Russo runs out of the square, drives the ball long and strong. Good kick too, finds Miller. Searching lead, high up and under, middle of the ground. Camped underneath it was Kent. Knocks the ball out. Now Stevens comes through. Likes a bounce. He'll receive this back. Bounces up nicely. He goes wide and finds Lane on the wing right in front of the commentary box. He gets around Flea with ease. Then tries to go inboard. Looking for Jenkins. Misses his target. Lands on with Barron, the ruckman for Dunsborough. But tackle's been laid by Holmes. Ball to be thrown up right at the half-forward line for Dunsborough. 13 and a half minutes to go in this last quarter. Ball's one down by Barron to Firmino. Tackled straight away by Morton. Umpire will come in and do it all over again. Barron up against Rinder. Rinder, big hit, knocks it out. Stevens sharks it, gets the handball back out towards Candy. Wields around, drives the ball inside 50. They're all there, cross game park. In comes Dean with a big tackle on Stewart. Couldn't see Stewart there for a while because Dean's a big man.
Bunbury and Bustleton Battery World best on ground today too.
Rinder wins it down towards Kirk. Michael misses a handball. Comes over to Noah Stewart, goes down the wing, good kick. Missed there by Ruben, stays in play. Could have given away the free kick, does so on Chapman.
I think Ruben just a little bit frustrated, he missed the mark.
Goes inboard and finds Jenkins. He's been good today, high up and under. Asks a fair bit of his forwards. Everyone comes in, Muncie's there, spills over the back to Holmes. He's been terrific. He'll go short. He's looking for Stewart, but in the way was Green.
He's had a good afternoon, is Green. Jake Green, I like the way he goes about his business.
He kicked a terrific goal in that second quarter, pretty much from the same spot. Doesn't waste any time. 45 out, not his best kick. Put the mocker on him. He's missed everything. Out of bounds on the full. And the free kick will go to Holmes. Both sides have shown patches. Collie have just had more of it. That terrific opening first quarter.
Oh, I think so. I think both of them showed signs to work within the next year.
I think when you apply a fair bit of tackling pressure, if you don't score, it deflates you. But they were doing it all in the first quarter, Collie, and they got the score on the board. 7 goals, 3-3 behind. Really set up how this game's going to end. Holmes brings it in. Jenkins comes from 2 deep, spills out to Park, the ruckman, doing the ruck rovering and playing in front is Darcy Miller, and he'll go back 30 metres out, 45-degree angle to see if he can get one back for his side. Kicked a terrific goal after a great mark in the second quarter, Miller. In he comes now, couple of skips, another couple of skips, kicks on its way. Will it come back? Holds its line. Across the face of goal, through for a minor score.
Just a quick around the grounds. Thanks to Geograph Civil. AMR 21-14, 140. Lead Harvey Bulls 1 behind. Eaton 2-1-13. Trailed Donnybrook 10-7, 67.
Gee, AMR put their foot on the throttle there.
Sure
Carter, beautiful kick out of fullback to Mears. Mears looking for Palatti, but standing his ground was Stevens.
Well, I reckon he's done himself an injury there too, the way he just landed on that.
Caleb Stevens. Done his ankle here. It doesn't look good.
Yeah, no. I heard it go when he went down, so we don't like to see that. He's one of the stars of the competition, but he's in a bit of strife right in front of us.
He's been good since he pushed into the middle of the ground, Stevens. Hold up and play here.
Just on the scoreboard, Collie Eagles 14 goals, 11.95. Lead Dunsborough 6-13-49. Stevens will come to the Buckingham, the Butchers interchange bench.
So what was the margin there, Croney, just while there's a bit of a delay in play?
Yeah, lots to Collie, not much to Dunsborough at the moment.
46 points the margin.
That's why I wrote it down for you, Weaver.
Lane takes the free kick as Stevens has helped off the ground. High up and under, inside 50. It spills out. Shot on goal here. Jenkins gets around one player. Now the shot on goal from Bridgham is through for a minor score. I like the look of Jenkins as well. He's been good, hasn't he?
There's a couple of real good shining lights for Dunsborough. 6-14 is not a real good result, though, but that's because Collie Eagles are pushed him into difficult spots. They've been making them have shots from a little bit further out than they're comfortable at.
So Justice this time to do the kick-in duties. Rinder calls for it wide. He's going to come this way. Justice crosses the square, has a bounce. Why wouldn't you? No one comes to him. Now it's high up and under. Davidson will come from 3D. Can't get there.
He was looking at it, wasn't it? But the ball was fading away from him as he was making ground.
So Bridgham receives a free kick. Lasso free kick. I don't know if he come around too far. Bridgham on the mark. Davidson stands the mark. 2 kicks out from goal. High, up and under, inside 50. Who's there? Stewart knocks the ball out to Pilati. He's been good. Pilati goes to Kirk, also been good. Tries to go back to Pilati. Handball's cut off. Park. Green. Handball to Moore. Moore tries to go to Bridgham, but it's cut off by Kent. They're under pressure. Comes back to Green. Green will put it to the top of the square. It's all about where it lands.
Oh.
Mark, 1, 2, 3. Good mark.
Great mark.
That's Justice doing good work deep in defence. Goes
He's had a good
wide.
afternoon, Weaver. Justice.
Finds Holmes. So is this guy. Holmes has a player running for him in Justice. Under pressure. Could have been taken high. Umpire says you were. Receives a free kick. So a bit of a lull in play. 7.5 minutes to go in this last quarter. They've led from start to finish.
Young Stewart comes off to the Buckingham the Butchers interchange bench for a well-earned rest.
Miller takes the mark. So just a little bit of waxing on the far side of the ground.
Getting the stats up, Weaver.
Well, I'm sure Holmes had it 3 possessions ago, pretty much in the same spot. Goes short, finds Pilati. So still inside defensive 50. Now he's been called to kick long. Good kick too. Finds Flea.
Or Flay.
Or Flay. Same person. Goes wide. Stewart. Noah Stewart. Carter provides the lead.
He's been superb.
Easy mark in front of Green. Centre wing. Right in front of the Dunsborough interchange box. Still plenty of time to go. 7 minutes to go. A wormbirder. Not his best kick. Cut off by Chapman. In front of Muncie. So now they'll reload.
The veteran Bignell was going to come across the Buckingham the Butchers bench and was sent back on.
Goes to Hughes. And that's a good mark by Bridgham in front of Stewart. He's tried hard as well. Goes short. Finds Holman. So a lot of possessions without any scoreboard pressure from either side. Holman now. He goes long. Run and jump. Mark's missed by Park. Comes out the back towards Talon Michael. He's under pressure straight away. Ducks under one. Handball comes back. Matt Michael just high up and under. It lands with McGee. McGee has a player running past in Holman. It's all about this kick. It's a better kick. Misses its target. In they come. Umpire blows his whistle straight away as Morton laid the tackle. That was on Moore. Been in the wars today, Simon Moore.
6 minutes left on the Hollow Beach bar clock.
Rinder wins it out towards Moore. Handball comes out to Muncie. High up and under. They've got the numbers here, Dunsborough. And one of them is Candy.
That was a good grab. He didn't know what was behind him or what was coming, so stood firm.
Just pokes it back inside 50. Isn't it going to carry over the back? Dean nearly takes the mark on the second effort. Comes back to Dean. It's gone over the boundary line. Ball to be thrown in. 20 metres out. 5.5 minutes to go.
Just a quick around the grounds. Thanks to Geograph Civil Hiring now. AMR 23-15, 153. Lead the Harvey Bulls 1 behind. Eaton 2-1-13. Trailed Donnybrook 11-8-74.
That's a big margin, isn't it? 1 behind. It's tough going. Rinder wins it down, but it goes straight towards the boundary line. Helped over by Murphy. Umpire will reload, throw it in, 30 metres out. Under 5 minutes to go in this last quarter. Rinder, front position, wins it back towards the boundary. Snap on goal. It's a cross goal. It's marked inside the field of play by Carter. As you said, Craney had a terrific game. Goes short, finds Morton.
The beauty of, he doesn't waste a kick.
Morton, good kick by Morton. It's Justice. Goes short, finds Reuben. Can give it back, does so. Still full of run, has a bounce, can have a couple more here. He can run all the way to 50. Has Michael. Not his best kick, lands short in the middle of nowhere. In comes Flay. Tries to get the ball out towards Michael. Still in the field of play, far side of the ground. They keep it in. Dunsborough have done well. So high up and under it. They have the numbers. One of them is Holman. Picks it up. Now he can have a bounce and reload going back the other way. Has one, has two. It's all about this kick. It's high up and under again. Michael's there. Talon Michael spills out the back. They're going to kick a goal here. They sure are. So out of nowhere, it's Dean. He gets his 4th. So end-to-end stuff from Dunsborough. Just that last kick going into Michael, missed its target. And they reloaded on the far side of the ground, went back.
A few of these players running on empty at the moment, Weaver, and it was a nice finish by Dean. He's had a good afternoon when you get 4 goals in a side that's been well and truly beaten. He's done it pretty well.
Well, he's got 3 in the last quarter, Dean, 1 in the second.
Got 3 minutes left on the Hollow Beach Bar clock. So, yeah, they've kept on fighting, haven't they, the Dunsborough Sharks? They got poleaxed in the first quarter, and they've been chasing tail ever since. But to keep on keeping on, I think Coach Chase Creedy for Go West Tours would be pretty happy.
So a goal against the flower plate. Barron wins it down. Comes to Jenkin. He's been a bull in the middle of the ground. Gets a handball out to Bridgham. Bridgham goes forward to Green. Nearly run down. He's got a good turn of speed, Green. Ball lands short to Miller. Tackled as he was about to get the handball away. In they come now. Ball comes out to Carter. Been beautiful by foot today as Carter can get this ball back. Finds Holmes. Holmes goes on the far side of the ground and finds Mears. Mears to Stewart. Good kick too. Finds a big fella in Rinder. Half forward line.
Worked hard, hasn't he, the big fella?
It's a good kick. Puts it to the top of the square. Michael in good position. Actually landed on his chest. He missed it. Comes over to Ruben. Ruben will hand out to Chitty. He'll put it to the top of the square. Oh, the player fell over right at the wrong time. That was Kirk. It's allowed Dunsborough in, but they have the numbers. One of them is Davidson. He'll snap. This will bend around nicely for the skipper. Davison.
Nice way to celebrate game number 100. He's been superb today as Cam Davison. Nice and clean. Look, he didn't need too many looks at that, did he? Took it very nicely. Just popped it out over the back and went bang, popped it through. A terrific goal and a great game from Davison.
Well, they all got around him. I know how much he means to this club. Terrific leader. And that ball actually landed on Michael's chest. It went over about 3 sets of hands. It took him by surprise. It allowed Dunsborough in, but they couldn't clear it. Lands in the arms of Davidson. He made no mistake from 25 metres out.
A 15-goal game for the Collie Eagles too. That's pretty. We talked about their ability to play 4 quarters. Well, they've done that today. Every time Dunsborough have challenged them, they've worked their way back into it.
Ball back in the middle. 1 minute to go. Clean possession to Rinder. Puts it onto his right foot. He's showing all what he can do today, but the free kick's been given away. Mears. Bridgham takes the free kick. Finds Jenkin. Being called to play on now. Runs himself into a little bit of trouble. Holmes nearly runs him down. Comes to Firmino. Goes wide. Has a player out there all on his own. They come back inboard. The handball come from Lane. Now they're under pressure once again. It comes back towards Chapman. Now they reload. The best kick, Rinder. He is working hard. I'm sorry, Paul. I've underestimated you. A bit more of a motor than I thought you had. Errant kick finds Chapman in the middle of the ground.
He thrives on it, Weaver. Absolutely thrives on the contest.
Just hopefully.
And that is it. It is all over here at the Collie Rec Ground. Collie Eagles 15 goals, 11. 100 and something, Weaver, and Dunsborough 7 goals, 14.56. That's 102, 15-12 actually, 102 to 7.14.56. We're going to be back after the break to wrap it all up.